This is Jean Brogan reporting from ConExpo 2011 with Joe Mayer from Sauer Danfoss, and he's going to talk to us about just some of the design and engineering that's gone into their JS7000 joysticks.
Well, our intent with the JS7000 was to come out with a market reference type product, taking all of our experience with customer applications, what we've done with joysticks in the past, and looking at, from an end user level, really how joysticks are used to come up with something that is the best in terms of ergonomics, durability, ruggedness in the application. We went from and spent a lot of time with the end user, interviewing them, actually videotaping how they operate a joystick. And as much as we thought we knew about how joysticks were used, we certainly learned a lot in that process. It was interesting to hear what the operators said they would like, that they're not getting in the market now, how they used and didn't use a joystick, and actually comparing that also to the video and finding out the discrepancies between what they said they liked and how they would like to use it and what they actually did. Because with an HMI, a joystick type of thing like this, it's all about designing for what people don't even realize they're doing, because it's out of habit. You would think that normally and intuitively a joystick you would grab like this, but we found in an operation, actually depending upon what type of an application or what user was doing, how he was sitting in the vehicle, he could grab it and be looking at it here, here, or here. So the trick was to design the ergonomics and the shape of the joystick not only to be comfortable in any position, but also comfortable in how he is going to grab onto that vehicle. So the size and shape of the base versus the grip and the handle here, as well as positioning the buttons to be the most ergonomic and comfortable for the operator to use. So at the end of the day, the operator may not be able to tell you why he likes this joystick a lot better than others, but it's going to be intuitive to him because he's going to feel a lot more comfortable, less fatigued at the end of the day.
After these were designed and put together, did you then do another study comparing these with other joysticks?
We did a lot of that, and in fact, when we went out to the end users during our research, obviously the joysticks that they were using were ones, potentially that were the competitors. We brought competitive joysticks to show them. We brought various different rapid prototype models, different grip designs, different shapes to show them. So whether comparing with what's existing on the market today versus different options about how we were looking at designing it, we got all of that feedback during the design process.
Can you talk about some of the interchangeability or modularity of the joysticks?
Sure. When you talk about HMIs, and there's greater and greater emphasis placed upon it in the market, not only in terms of the performance that vehicle designers are looking for, end users are looking for, but also in how it looks in today's modern cab designs that are very elegant. They're getting very, very close to the automotive styling, and so we took a lot of that into account. But in the end, what ends up being is each OEM customer will have specific functionality that they're trying to address, but also kind of the feedback from their operators in terms of what they're looking for. So we had to have not only the ergonomics and the durability, but we also had to have the modularity and the flexibility to offer them exactly what they want. So there's various combinations. What you can see here of push buttons, proportional control in various areas on the joystick, and all of that is completely configurable, as well as in the base design there's a whole bunch of mechanicals in there, and it's very modular such that we can address for each type of functionality, each force profile feedback to the operator. We have a component in there that will be able to address that. So from a modularity point of view, it enables us to come out with a lot of standard options, but it also enables us to come to market with our customer a lot quicker and more economically if they want something even more customized than what we offer as a standard package.
And each OEM might have their own feel that they want it to feel like it's unique to them.
That's correct. And so there is components in there that enable us to customize the machining that will enable us to give them that more precise customized heat, and do it without having to go back to square one and redesign the entire joystick. So we've isolated the functionality in there enough so that we can address particular needs of the customer, and we can do it very rapidly and economically.
And I wonder, do you see any difference between this one and maybe the next generation, or something else on the drawing board with the joysticks?
Well, yes. We have, what we've released here is the initial option portfolio. We already have scheduled releases, a whole raft of additional options that are coming later this year, and then beginning of next year there's a third package. So again, it's all about being able to get the different types of configurations that we know customers prefer on the market, and we've already identified quite a number of those, and it's in development right now. So look for more options in this family of joysticks coming in the near future.
And I have a question, just a little looking up into the future. I know, by count, this is your third or fourth Con Expo. What do you see? Can you give us a look forward to what might be have on display on Con Expo 2014?
Well, I think some of the things that, especially in terms of electronics, I mean, the HMI, whether it be joysticks or graphical displays, is kind of the front end, it's what everybody sees, but there's a lot of things that are hidden in terms of electronic controls. And a lot of that boils down to how can you take that hardware and make the vehicle perform the way the customer is envisioning. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that can make good electronics, and they can provide inputs and outputs. But where the real magic is being able to understand that customer's application and translate that into the functionality that he's envisioning. And I think one of the things about Sauer Danfoss that has always been a traditional strength is our understanding of the application and our knowledge of the customer and that relationship that we have. And I think we're in a good position. And in fact, what you're going to see more and more is something that may not lend itself to visuals like what we have with the JS7000, but all of the engineering services and the software capabilities to be able to translate this hardware into making that machine perform exactly the way the customer wants, and enabling the customer to differentiate his product on the market.
Thank you very much for your time. This is Jean Berge from Con Expo.